The Brain Idiots finally came back after almost a 2-week hiatus. It was really just a week and like I think they were like late for like a day.
Change.
Were they late by like a day or some shit like that?
No, maybe 2 days.
Something like that, yeah. But they're back, and they pretty much covered things over the last 2 weeks. And in that meantime, both of them have now done the presidential candidates interviews. You know, Flagrant had Trump. Charlamagne did the town hall. But Charlamagne doing the town hall, they hadn't had a conversation about that. So this is actually the first time they had the conversation about that. Mm-hmm. And this whole interview, this whole podcast, like honestly, the whole first half was really about that. It was really about that interview.
The fact that both of these niggas are talking to the top political candidates, essentially, like
sound like a conversation we had on here.
What do you mean?
Being like this podcast, you know.
Yeah,
I heard a lot. I've heard a lot of remnants of our podcast on this last episode. It felt like, but outside of that, I feel like Schultz is also trying to tell. I feel like Schultz is also saying in a nice way that shit was boring, low key. The Kamala Harris town hall joint, because it was like, and I love how
he was blaming her for it though.
He was blaming her for it.
He didn't position it like it was Charlamagne's fault.
He did, but it was like, but I do also like how he positioned where he was like, man, we all watched it. We watched it live.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
Yeah.
I said, you know, that's what a good friend does, man. That's what a good friend does, man. And then Charlamagne didn't give Andrew his flowers for the Trump interview till this episode.
He still haven't given him flowers?
He did on this one finally. After it was the return, you know.
And maybe that was the play.
Sometimes niggas need their ego stroke before they can give them back. It's just sometimes that happens.
Maybe that was the play though, just for the video.
Or maybe he finally watched it.
He finally got around to it. Yeah. Whatever. There was I put some timestamps in here, but the Tone sent one in the group chat at the end of the show. I think on YouTube it's 132 or it's 131.
Jesus,
it is a little different. They always chop shit.
But nah,
the audio is always slightly longer. They always take stuff out before they put it on YouTube, I noticed. Mm-hmm. But it's been happening a lot more recently, like over these last couple months. It's not, you know what I mean? The audio is definitely gonna have a 1 to 2 minute bit that the YouTube don't be having.
But it's crazy because my fault, but I rarely watch them on YouTube. It's always on Apple.
Really, I've kind of switched over to YouTube.
Likewise,
but but every so often it feels like every time something like happens, I notice the timing is different, and I'm like,
so you got to go and readjust for inflation.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I need to honestly just like stick to the audio. Because obviously what they don't want going out first normally goes out first on that audio.
And the audio comes out first.
It does, yeah. And it normally gets fixed and cleaned up. And they might go back and adjust the audio later. I think it's like 131 or 132.
131.
YouTube videos be dropping like a day later.
Yeah, Toe sent this though.
Shout out to these guys though. This will probably never happen again where one podcast have both candidates on each other's individual podcast. That'll never happen again. Mm-hmm. So big shout out to these niggas.
Only one person had them on their own individual.
You get the point. It's his.
You know nothing's good enough, but
it's just not true what you said. That's all.
He's right.
Why did you send this clip though? That's the first question.
Because it seemed like there was some shots in here.
Is that 131? Right?
Yeah, we'll start. I think we started.
Wait, is this?
This
is a crazy spot. Why does Charlamagne look like that?
It's 131 or 132. We can start it from here, though.
All right.
Says, what's something you still can't seem to comprehend about yourself, even with therapy? Oh, everything.
You don't understand yourself?
Not at all. Everything. And not even a little bit. Like, especially the older I get, my brain is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's to the point now I'm just like, sometimes I'll be sending shit to people, hey man, say this. Because I need it out. I need it in the ecosystem. Okay? I don't need to say it. All right?
This needs to be said.
It needs to be said. Shoot, goddamn. Did y'all think about it this way? All right. Okay.
This made me die laughing because this is some real shit.
That's what I'm saying.
This is some real shit.
That's why this was necessary.
That nigga needs help, bro.
Confirms a lot of your theories, right?
I knew I was always right. But Yeah. That part was funny because that nigga's sick and you can't play into a sick man's game, man. And he does do shit like that. That's a whole fact. But go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Because this isn't even
I
the
just
main
like
part.
to see
But
the
no, it was
chaos
both of those. That's why I
sometimes.
said it was both of those.
And I don't know why I'm wired that way. I have no fucking
You do need it, huh?
I got to her, but
hit
I just
pause
need a
real quick.
little bit of friction. What about you?
Hit pause real quick, though.
Shit.
I do appreciate the
Transparency.
what do you call it? When you're like actually being honest.
Truth.
Because it's hard for certain niggas to do that.
Truthfulness.
Yeah.
And you won't do it in the moment. but
Accountability.
Oh, vulnerability.
Sometimes it takes weeks to come around, and then all of a sudden, you're like, okay, I am like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's always appreciated.
I think the only person Charlamagne really listens to, wife and his therapist.
That's it.
That's the only people he need to listen to.
I genuinely believe he does not need therapy anymore. It's not doing nothing for him.
You don't think he needs therapy anymore?
It's just a money grab at this point. It's doing absolutely nothing for his mental. It's just a waste of time at this point.
Well, I mean,
a
you got to see how
placebo
stressed
effect for
out
him
his
now, though.
It's a
therapist.
placebo.
It's
effect.
but that's what he needs at this point. He just needs the placebo
Yeah.
now.
But maybe the therapy talk is what allows him to be comfortable to say, "I'm crazy."
Yeah.
Be this transparent.
He was that before. He would be like that before though. Now it's harder though. It's harder when you like trying to be righteous and you're still the same old.
He's trying to contain the crazy.
You're still doing the same bullshit. Yeah, but you're trying to be righteous. So it's like
He's running away from what
you're
he
making it
is.
harder on yourself, low key. You know?
Yeah.
He was living it out openly before, but now it's like I'm out here moving like a nigga's
now
heel.
it's-
Even though I'm not, I'm fucked up. I'm still doing fuck shit, and it's like, God damn it, I just can't help myself.
Yeah.
Just be you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about therapy. It's not a perfect science. It's like I can't guarantee that I can fix you, but I will listen.
Yeah.
That's
know what I
and
mean?
at a certain point, we're just collecting your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just some people they're like, you know what? For me, I need somebody I could just talk about myself with, vent, and they are being paid to listen to every fucking word that I say.
They don't even realize a pen pal is free.
Right? Yeah. Right.
And the escort is cheaper.
But yeah, all right.
than
Let's
free.
see.
Something you comprehend about yourself with that, even with therapy, man. I don't know. That shit too
You
deep.
go to therapy?
A little bit
Say
after
again?
this,
You go to therapy?
but it's
No, not regularly, but I have throughout my life.
We can keep going.
I think it's important. I think it's good.
I get tired.
Yeah, like why do I need why do I need constant feedback? That's a good one. Like why isn't it just you get it and then that's it forever? I need the reminder. Like I need to keep playing a sport to know I'm good at the sport, keep going on stage to know I'm good at it, like keep doing everything to know. It's not like I do it once and it's like, yeah, that's it. I've achieved it and I believe that I'm that great forever.
I'm like that, bro. I'm like when I saw Michael Jordan's The Last Dance and I saw how he took things personal, and that shit fueled him.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me anything good.
Oh really? You
I'll
want the
keep
fuel?
asking over and over and over. But man, when I hear you talking that shit,
Oh, it's gonna fucking charge.
oh man,
The way Andrew be sitting is crazy.
it's nothing like it. I mean,
What does it do?
I just can't even describe how bad I want to shit, not even shit on you, because I'm not going to ever go out of my way to shit on you. And I thought, that's so funny we're having this conversation, because I thought about this weekend as I was sitting around thinking about things that I can't figure out, right? About me. And I said this to myself. I said, you know what? From now on, I am not, so we should not give any energy to anybody who's just trying to get our attention.
Yeah.
Because that's the era that we live in, right? We live in this era where everybody wants to be some sort of critic and they'll get online or get on YouTube or get on podcasts, whatever it is, and they'll have these wild takes that aren't even rooted in anything other than I want some type of engagement by either saying this person's name or I want this person to acknowledge me. I think all of us in a certain space should not acknowledge anybody unless they're actually good.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're good.
Then
Because
you
I will
can.
always big you up for your talent. If I think you're dope, if I think your show is dope, if I think what you've created is dope, I will acknowledge that. But if it's just something that you're doing because I know you just want engagement or you're just trying to get my attention and you think that's the way to get my attention, I'm never, ever going to give it to you.
I love it. Yeah, I like that philosophy.
Ever.
That is, because it's beneath you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, cause it comes to a certain point where you have to think about that, right? You have to think about like, why do I care what this person who hasn't accomplished anything?
Yeah.
Why should I care about what they got to say?
I think it's less what they have to say. Well, again, I don't know your perspective on it. Like,
Hit pause real quick.
this could be.
And then go back a little bit. We don't have to play it. But the only reason why I don't think this is talking about me is because he said, I can't respond to anybody that's not talented. And I know that's not the case. So it can't be me. It has to be somebody else he's talking about.
What part? The talent part or the?
Well, he's claiming he can't give nobody energy that don't have talent.
He's also, I mean, he's not gonna.
I just know that's not true.
He's not gonna stay truthful while he's trying. If he was talking about you, he's not gonna be truthful.
You got
like he's gonna try. He's gonna try to talk his shit. So even if he does know you are talented, like I said, if this is about you, it doesn't even matter.
It can't be about me. I'm too talented. It's just impossible.
Yeah, you can dance, you can rap, you podcast. You was filming a fucking
Well, we
movie.
think he can
I've
dance.
heard from more than one person I'm talented too.
You talented as a motherfucker.
It is what it is. It can't be me. But
But
whoever,
do you think he means respond publicly? Is that what he means?
possibly? But then he also says something about I always big you up if you have talent. We know that's not true. We know that I know that's not true for a fact.
Well, he said
You
he'll
know?
acknowledge you.
Acknowledge you, yeah, or whatever. But I don't know if it's the publicly or privately thing.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds. When he was saying
always,
it at first, I was under the assumption that he means publicly, like for me to publicly endorse or even publicly go into a battle with you.
But we also know that's not true though either. Like we also know that's not true either. Like some of his favorite shows he doesn't publicly endorse. We know that for a fact. He watches us at work.
Has watched us at work.
Yeah,
He watches us at work every Tuesday morning.
Every Tuesday morning at what time?
6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
God damn it, Charlamagne. Watching us that early, you little.
So it is what it is.
but it's no public endorsement.
Yeah.
So does that
No,
mean
you
that we're not
can't.
talented?
You can't. No. It's just, and then it was like also funny because it was like, he's like, why do I care so much? You can care a lot about somebody that's telling the truth. Or somebody's reading the room correctly. That's why niggas care so much. That's why at the end of the day, so whoever you are that's like getting under their skin or whatever like that, whoever that person is, you're doing a great job because whether you have 50,000 views or you have 5,000 views or 500 views,
Yeah.
obviously you're saying something to where that nigga cares. You
Did
know
you
what I
just
mean?
dap yourself up?
I'm not talking about me. He can't be talking about me. He
I'm just playing,
can't.
I'm
He
just
just
playing.
can't though. But yeah, I think you're doing a phenomenal job. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes.
And also, it's good that you put him in this state of he doesn't want to take things he's taking everything personally, because I think Charlamagne, one of the things that he suffered from is having a bunch of people around him for way too many years that only big him up and don't tell him that he's actually falling off or new things that he's doing are actually trash and this part is good, but this isn't good. This could be worked on. Nothing just because you're, like you hit a certain level of fame, notoriety, and prestige doesn't mean everything you do is good. You know what I'm saying? We love Lil Wayne. He was the greatest rapper of all time, but that's not until you die though. You know what I
think
mean?
Charlamagne got a lot of yes women around him?
I think he only has yes people around him. So I think that's why whoever you are, if you know what I'm saying, if you're getting up underneath his skin and you've accomplished actually nothing, which is like even crazier, pat yourself on the back because obviously you're saying something that the people that are closest to him aren't saying.
I don't know.
I wonder who fits this profile. Like,
I wonder that too.
Who is this?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know any. Like,
I honestly don't know anybody that it could be.
but
I
at the
wanna follow
same
them
time,
wherever they are.
at the same time, I don't know anybody else. Like Charlamagne might be beefing with other people, but Charlamagne might have some quarrels.
Charlamagne be having quarrels,
Yeah.
but he loves to take on the ones that he shouldn't. He's got much bigger opponents that he likes to jump in the ring with niggas that aren't even in his weight class. That's one of his favorite things to do too. Like when he finally started getting back at Elliott Wilson, nigga. When I started I never liked Charlamagne's political career, and that's nothing that's been like a secret.
How many times have you said that? Like, I feel like I've heard that same. I've
too.
never had like anything to do with Charlamagne's political.
I never
career.
have. I've kept the same energy on this show and to that person. So like that, let's make sure that's known. I've never switched that up, whether it was on the mic or off the mic. But damn, what was I about to say? I got distracted when you kind of. What was I saying before that?
Political views you've never.
Oh man, because
Elliot Wilson.
everything is so hot right now.
Likes fighting people out of his weight class too.
Yeah. Fight what? Yeah, because so much political shit is happening. We're in the last fucking week and a half. Nigga, I'm finding all these like YouTube hate channels. Remember when I showed you them niggas? And I said, nigga, you think I don't like Charlamagne's political shit? Niggas, I was like, these niggas I ain't got nothing on these niggas. Like, nigga, I done found so many channels with millions of views. They dropping this 300,000 within 6 hours. We've never seen that over here. And I'm like,
so it has to be.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, man. You know, and even when he decided to go back at Elliot Wilson, I was like, I seen some big dogs that you should be. If you really want smoke with a nigga, get at it with a big dog. If you a big dog, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it with easy opponents or whatever, but
Elliot's
it's whatever.
Easy opponent.
That also might, in the new era.
Elliot's easy?
Yeah, Elliot's an easy opponent.
I don't know. Elliot
You don't think so?
Elliot is like Rocky.
Elliot's an easy opponent.
Before he got good, like he could take a lot of punches and he might hit you with that one.
Charlamagne barely poked him. Remember, he was losing his fucking mind on Twitter. You remember that? Like, it was like...
And the whole situation was just weird. Like
the whole thing was weird. It was
I feel like that was just like an antidote in everybody's lives. Like, we shouldn't even... But...
We couldn't believe we were even like...
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's
it felt lame covering
it's like Granddad versus Think Meter. Like, that shit wasn't supposed to happen. It was just the wrong day, the wrong time. Like, and he stepped on the nigga's shoes.
That's the best way to describe it. But yeah, I hope Charlamagne wouldn't waste time like shooting at niggas that are beneath him and responding, because that would be crazy at his stature and level
take the satire out your voice, nigga.
And level of accomplishment. It'd be crazy.
Say it like you mean it, nigga. But yeah, I feel you. That shit would
It'd be crazy. But I think Schultz said something really good here that I liked.
I went back a few seconds.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Because it's beneath you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, cause it comes to a certain point where you have to think about that, right? You have to think about like, why do I care what this person who hasn't accomplished anything?
Yeah.
Why should I care about what they got to say?
I think it's less what they have to say. Well, again, I don't know your perspective on it. Like, this could be not even publicly. Like, I don't like when I'm perceived as something that I know I'm not. Like, that frustrates me. If I'm perceived as something that I know I am, and I agree with it, and somebody's hating on me for that reason, like if they're like, this guy tells offensive jokes, and I'm like, yeah, you could feel that way about me, even if you hate that. You can feel that way about me. But if somebody says something about me that I'm not, or positions me in a way, I feel like I want to clear the record. And that's good. That's good.
I know. Suck my dick.
That is good.
Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, it don't matter what you say.
I feel like they're both being dishonest.
That's not true at all. Yeah. So
I feel like they're both being dishonest.
I thought
to a certain extent.
I thought what Schultz said was honest. But
he's I don't believe it, because I think if somebody his premise was, if I feel it in myself and you're also saying it, then it's okay. But if
Whether you like it or
that's the
not.
thing about your
that's true.
insecurities.
No, that's true.
That's the thing about your insecurities, is that you think that about yourself, but if somebody else is talking about them, that still hurts your feelings.
No, yeah. And
But I can allow that though.
Yeah, and I was also going to add the other one to where, what if I'm putting out something, you're saying what I actually am? That's something I want to try to clear the record on. You know what I mean? What I'm trying, this image that I'm pushing, you're saying an older image of me, or the one that really might be there, but that's not the one that I'm pushing. So you want to clear the air and like level set. You know what I'm saying? Like,
regardless, most people aren't okay with people talking about them. Like whether they know it's true or not.
The prince of pissing people off should always be okay with, though. He should have the toughest skin out here, though. But go ahead.
Well, he didn't say he was the prince of getting pissed off.
Go ahead. He should be the toughest out here, though, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, he should be the toughest. The prince of pissing people off.
But you got to understand,
what were his monikers?
A person
he
that
had
would,
a couple of them.
Anybody that would get that good at pissing people off probably isn't good at getting pissed off himself. Like, how many people are that logically consistent? You know what I mean? Like, humans are a little obtuse.
I will say that Andrew Schultz's level of bashing online, I am surprised he's never sent a copyright strike out, though. That is one thing. It feels like we've seen everybody kind of get a copyright strike get caught up emotionally and send a copyright strike.
He's never been that
somewhere.
emotional.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or that
or the victim didn't make any noise about it because we only know what happened if the person who got the strike sent.
Nah, that's not.
Yeah,
He's been
but I
pretty
don't know.
honest,
Like
bro.
Too Lazy to Try comedy
Bro,
enforcement.
it's
There's
been
been a
some-
lot of niggas that have said
Yeah.
Some niggas
damaging
hold-
things.
Some niggas' whole YouTube channels are built off that shit.
And granted, it might not mess, and that's another big caveat
What?
to what you just probably said. If it has
Like,
nothing to do with
they-
ticket
they know.
sales, it might not even be worth
That's a whole
to
fact.
like even try to shut somebody's way of making money down.
Right,
Because at
right.
the end of the day, Schultz is somewhat independent, so he respects that part of the
100%.
business
100%
that
independent, for
comes
sure.
with
Yeah.
it. And it's
hopefully.
not messing with his ticket sales. So there's no reason to even worry about it.
I think
Because Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan has sent podcast Cringe a couple copyright strikes.
I think he has, yeah, and so has Bad Friends.
and
They've
you know
sent
that's
some over,
another
too.
guy that you would think Joe Rogan copyright strike.
Well, and especially just Joe Rogan is also like one of the main people that when his comedian friends come up, he says, "Don't look at the comments."
Yeah.
So like, or don't watch things about you. Like he's also one of those people, but he's also sent them out too.
And he complains about like not being able to, now that he's back on YouTube,
Not being
he
able
don't
to
have
do
the freedom
certain
that he had on
things.
Spotify. So that was a running storyline.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Joe Rogan seems like the type of person to go back on that though.
Man, it seemed like Andrew was being pretty genuine to me in this spot.
Seems like that to me.
well, and that's another thing about being like, I
Suck my
think
dick. I hope he's not saying "suck my dick" to a nigga who hasn't accomplished anything, because that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Hey, it probably wouldn't be
That'd be his
crazy because that's
biggest
the only way for him
That'd be
to
crazy.
accomplish something.
That'd
To
be
suck
his-
out Charlamagne's dick.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know if that's
That'd be
that
I think I'll
crazy,
throw
though.
you a lob.
That's crazy because nigga, that's pretty emotional. That's pretty. Oh, them niggas is up underneath your skin for real.
I don't know if you got to be.
They
I
up
could,
underneath your
How
skin
you know
for
it's
real.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe if he's crashing out saying it, but if he's just saying it in the context of this conversation, then
that
I
is
don't know.
Charlamagne's version of crashing out. He
That
don't
is
crash
now?
out no more. Charlamagne don't crash out no more.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know if
has
this
he
is
ever
that bad.
crashed out?
Elliot was the last time we saw it, and even that was weird to
that
everybody.
wasn't even really a crash.
And then
out, though.
that's what I'm saying. Even that was weird.
Crashing out.
I don't think Charlamagne has ever crashed out. I
Yeah,
think
I
he's
don't
kind
think
of
he- I
flawless.
don't
He's
think
kind of
he-
flawless in that sense. He's never just been like, fuck you, nigga. Like,
you made a nigga yawn when you said he was
Yeah,
flawless.
his thing,
He said, huh?
yeah, I haven't seen him crash out before. I've seen him. Yeah, he's
real crash
He's
out.
crashed out, but his crash out isn't an academics. Fuck you, dick gobbler. You know, it's not that. It's
Donkey of the
he
day.
he does a beautiful hit piece on
It's
you. without-
measured.
it's a smooth criminal.
Yeah, yeah,
measured.
yeah. It's
Donkey
something
of
like
the
that.
day.
Yeah.
Like there's a level of vengefulness, but it's calculated, and that's what I was
Right,
saying
right,
earlier
right,
about
right, right.
academics is that he doesn't have that tact.
No, he doesn't. He does though, because off the
He's
fly,
capable,
He is,
but he
capable,
doesn't enact it.
He doesn't use it as much. Even
Or
though
when it's necessary.
even though what he does off the fly is pretty goddamn like you're like that. He's weaving. He's flowing
Yeah.
that bitch. Speaking of like somebody said Michael Jackson, something
Smooth
like
Criminal?
that. Smooth Criminal, Moonwalker the movie is on Amazon Prime right now. For anybody who's never seen the Michael Jackson movie, the music video Smooth Criminal is from that movie. And for those who it's one of the greatest Michael Jackson movies. A nigga turns into a robot, a car. All I'm saying is watch it. We had it on DVD.
Really?
Yeah, I had it on VHS growing up. Watched it.
Moonwalker.
It's called Moonwalker. I watched it
tap
17
in.
million times. That's all I'm going to say.
He turns into a car.
He turns it to a car. Nigga.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
It's
That's still
amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He turns into a car. He turns into this robot. Danny
car seats in the
is it
back?
Danny DeVito. One of them niggas is the villain in it, bro. It's crazy. It's like music videos mixed with a short story, with the moonwalk, with the Smooth Criminal video. It's crazy, nigga. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was just a different era. Music videos had
Y'all
a
got to
different
see
level
this.
of
Y'all
respect.
got to see this shit.
Like
I
music
think I think
videos
in
used
total-
to premiere on TV. Or
Yeah, I
at
think
least
in
his-
total,
his
this thing
did.
can't be more than like 45 minutes. It's not super long, but it is fucking lit. It's lit, bro.
Okay.
I just want everybody to know that. What year did it come out? 98?
Oh, 88.
88. Yep.
Moonwalker.
And if you watch
Oh, it's
this
an
and
hour and a
enjoy
half.
it, then you should watch the what's that 1 8-hour Michael Jackson movie?
the BET special.
Oh, that's
The
the,
BET
yeah,
special?
yeah.
I felt like I've watched that in full like 3 times.
Me
That's
too.
enough. That's
Yeah, me
like
too.
1,000 times watching any
And
other
I've seen
movie.
several of parts, like, but not in order. Like,
Because they broke it up like it was a TV show at one point.
essentially, yeah. So it's like I've watched like this section of the movie and then watched that section of the movie.
Probably
So
2-3
yeah,
times, yeah.
yeah. Because this shit takes all day to watch. Like literally,
Yeah,
like
I remember one day I was sick in elementary school and like I was staying home for the day. I just watched that fucking movie.
no, yeah. And that got you through the whole day.
It got me through the whole day.
Yeah,
nigga.
bro. Yeah. Classic movie though.
That's
it's very well done.
Crackers.
Yeah, very well done.
That white man did a good job.
Playing Michael Jackson.
But yeah, man, to whoever Charlamagne is talking about, you don't have anything to lose. So keep doing you, my nigga. You've done nothing yet. Except get under his skin. So I guess you're doing all right.
You might want to check your ghost DMs to see if he's trying to link up.
Yeah, low key. He might be trying to
He might be trying to, you know, hate on them together.
Yeah, man. Slide your tickets to like the
You think he's bald too?
Who knows, man? It might even be a woman.
Nah, I don't think.
Nah, Charlamagne would
I don't
never
think a woman
disrespect
would
a woman.
care this much.
That's true.
A woman doesn't. A woman would never care this much, man.
And usually when women disrespect Charlamagne, they really disrespect Charlamagne.
They really go
It's
for
never like I kind of just don't like you. It's like,
Nah, that's
nigga,
true.
your past is bad. It's like, whoa,
Yeah, like
Jesus.
what did Monique say?
Raccoon
The
skin.
last one I remember was Monique at the end of the interview when she was
Yeah.
Nod.
when she was like, you remember what that shit was? I was like,
you know, the slave husband that let his slave wife
When he
get raped
walked-
by
yeah.
the slave master.
walked
You the
him-
brother that did it.
Yeah,
You the brother
walked him
that
in.
walked her up to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that was
yeah,
passionate.
He gets disrespected on that level. That
Yeah,
shit do
nah.
be savage.
And
nigga.
it's never. It's always with women. It's always
It
the
is, yeah.
extreme.
It's always nasty for
level
real,
of disrespect.
They're
Yeah.
also allowed to do that though, because it's not going to end in violence.
Exactly. They're,
Of course.
they're
They
always
can up the
verbally.
ante,
Yeah,
so-
verbally they're allowed to kind of take it a lot further because niggas, it's like we know that leads to a fight. So it's like
Yeah.
There is always a level of like it only goes so far with
Some
men.
respectability politics, unless we really want it. You know.
Well,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that's why I was curious about the suck my dick thing because it was like that was interesting, but hopefully he would have that same energy for niggas with millions of views that cook him every single day on the internet and not somebody who's not accomplished anything. Because that would be like, then it's like, okay,
You want a no name to suck you off? That's
that's crazy. That's
weird.
that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Have that smoke, keep that energy for everybody. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Like, goddamn, that's interesting.
Have the big name suck you off, man.
Yeah.
Be a big boy. Holy shit. But yeah, shout out to
yeah, nah, that was the last phrase. Nobody say nothing else.
All right.